At the heart of our work in the Episcopal Church in Colorado lies a simple but profound commitment to live out our baptismal covenant, to seek and serve Christ in all persons, to strive for justice and peace, and to respect the dignity of every human being. Your support ensures that this covenant is more than words. It enables us to proclaim the gospel, to serve the people of Colorado in tangible, life-changing ways, and to respond faithfully to the realities of our world today. From confirmation to ordination, from childhood faith to adult renewal, we walk with Episcopalians at every stage of life. Youth programs like Quest Retreats and Yes Trips, and leadership opportunities for young people like the Colorado Youth Council form the next generation of leaders. Campus ministries at colleges and universities across Colorado nurture young adults in crucial years of identity and calling. Cathedral Ridge, our camp and retreat center in Woodland Park, hosts camps and retreats that foster growth, renewal, and spiritual deepening for all ages. We equip lay and ordained leaders with resources in evangelism, stewardship, and communications. We offer pilgrimages and retreats that allow people to encounter God in fresh and profound ways. Through the wise stewardship of resources, these ministries flourish and grow. Through the generosity of parishioners across our diocese, this work is made possible. Thank you. The Church cannot ignore the wounds of our time. To seek Christ and serve all means confronting the brokenness in our world that Christ calls us to heal. As Christians, we are called to live out our baptismal covenant as a fundamental way of life, a way of life that leads to spiritual deepening and reconciliation with ourselves, with other people, and with our Creator. In baptism, we are transformed in Christ and promise to live out our faith in radical ways when we affirm, "Will you seek and serve Christ in all persons, loving your neighbor as yourself? Will you strive for justice and peace among all people, and respect the dignity of every human being?" I will, with God's help. Living out our baptismal covenant means turning to Christ and leaning into our areas of resistance, historical, political, and institutional ways of being that we have inherited that exist at odds with the life and teachings of Jesus. In Colorado, the Episcopal Church is deeply rooted in the life of our communities, and that means we cannot turn away from the very real struggles our neighbors face. From the mountains to the plains, our congregations are responding to urgent realities that touch every corner of life. Rising temperatures and devastating wildfires, the grief of lives lost to gun violence, the persistence of racism, the marginalization of LGBTQIA siblings, the despair of those at risk of suicide, and the fear and uncertainty faced by immigrant families. These are not abstract issues, they are daily realities for the people of Colorado. Guided by our baptismal covenant, we step faithfully into these challenges, offering advocacy, education, pastoral care, and tangible resources. With God's help, we are working to bring hope, healing, and transformation. We commit to the work of honoring and protecting creation. We provide resources to congregations to reduce their carbon footprint, engage in eco-justice, and live into a theology of creation care. We have named gun safety and violence prevention as a diocesan priority, equipping congregations to advocate for safety, support survivors, and create safe storage and education programs. We are building beloved community by confronting systemic racism, offering training, and lifting diverse voices into leadership. We are committed to being a church that fully welcomes all sexual orientations and gender identities, ensuring inclusion and affirmation in worship and leadership. We provide education and pastoral resources to prevent suicide, address mental health, and offer hope to those in despair. We stand with immigrants and refugees, advocating for safety, justice, and compassion, while resourcing congregations that serve immigrant families. Each of these realities is interconnected, and through your support, we can respond with compassion, advocacy, and faithful action. Your generosity sustains the infrastructure that makes ministry possible. Cathedral Ridge, our year-round camp and retreat center, is a home for spiritual renewal and leadership formation. Multicultural and Jubilee ministries ensure that all cultures and voices are honored and included. Stewardship training, legacy giving, and planned giving help congregations build sustainable futures. Safe church policies and trainings are diocesan-wide standards that ensure ministries are places of safety and trust. Practical training is provided to clergy, staff, and volunteers on how to prevent abuse, recognize warning signs, and respond appropriately, protecting children, youth, and vulnerable adults in every congregation and program. Administrative, communications, and financial systems ensure transparency, accountability, and strong partnerships. Behind every campfire, every youth trip, every advocacy campaign is this faithful, reliable support system. Thank you for your support to make this work possible. Because of the mission and ministry of the Episcopal Church in Colorado, lives are transformed. Young people discover purpose and belonging. Families find healing after grief. Congregations become leaders in gun safety and violence prevention or creation care. Immigrants and refugees find welcome and a home. Communities discover reconciliation and renewal. Looking ahead, we aspire to deepen our formation, expand our reach, and strengthen our capacity. We want to equip more congregations, engage more communities, and resource more leaders so that the gospel of Christ continues to transform lives across Colorado. Your support makes all of this possible. Our church is able to not only maintain, but to dream, to respond to crises, and to build for the future. Together we are forming leaders, transforming lives, and bearing witness to God's abundance. As we live into our baptismal covenant with courage and vision, we invite you to continue walking this journey with us. Together, grounded in Christ, committed to justice, empowered by grace, we can strengthen communities and bring hope to Colorado and beyond. Thank you.